Hey there, welcome to What's Happening at Effenberger Vineyards, where we make effing good wine. Well, in order to make good wine, we have to constantly improve our process and learn as much as we can from the great wine regions of the world and enjoy that history and find out what they're doing that makes their wine so special. Well, we just got back from a very important research and development trip where we went to Bordeaux, France to see what was happening over there. And let me tell you, it is amazing. I want to share with you some of the things that we brought back in one of the wineries that we visited. Bordeaux is arguably the world capital of wine. Oh, the food is also amazing. There are more classic Chateau estates and delicious bottles of wine per square foot than anywhere else on the planet, I'm pretty sure. It sits on the bank of the Garonne River that leads to the Gironde estuary. The other river that flows into the estuary is the Dordogne. This creates a left bank area producing mostly Cabernet Sauvignon dominant blends like Lafite Rothschild, Chateau Margaux, and Chateau Latour, and a right bank region producing mostly Merlot dominant wines, home of Petrus at roughly $3,000 a bottle. So I'm standing outside of Chateau in Saint Emilion. Let's go take a look at this place. It's amazing. This was my favorite chateau on this trip, Chateau, one of two premier Grand Cru Class A ranked estates, the highest classification in Saint Emilion. It's on the right bank and dates back to the 2nd century when Fagacus built a Roman villa on the estate. Wow, that's history. Since 1892, it's been owned by the Manoncourt family who between 2018 and 2021 built Chateau Fajac's new cellars. As you can see, they are absolutely stunning and designed to create some of the world's greatest wines. What I really love about this chateau is that the wine is made of almost equal parts Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, and Merlot, which perfectly matches their soils. That's similar to our Effenberger Vineyards BORDEAUX blend. Same varieties, all grown on our estate vineyard. Oh, and check this out. Chateau Fajac has a memorial to Pierre Manoncourt, whose leadership brought the estate to prominence. In this locker are bottles from 1917, the year he was born, to 2010, when he passed away. Breathtaking. Thanks again to Chateau Fajac for their hospitality. Merci. So as part of our research and development project, we had to bring back a few bottles from France to put here in the cellar so that we can open them in a couple of years and relive the experience. The box just arrived. All right, here we go. This box just arrived via Federal Express from Saint Emilion, France. Let's see what we got here. A packing slip. And... oh my. Ooh.
Look at that. And one of the great things about buying from a Bordeaux wine shop is that you're relatively guaranteed that you will not be getting a counterfeit.
Meanwhile, in the vineyard, I've been very busy pruning because we were gone for 2 weeks. These vines just took off because of the wet winter we had. And right now, the vines are getting quite unruly. And if I don't get out here and prune them, it's basically going to become one big, massive jungle. Even the newer vines that are only a few years old have just taken off. Look at this canopy that we've got here. I've got to prune these, but if you take a look closely, you can see that they're budding, and we're going to get some fruit off of these this year. Let me see if I can find them. Right there. Sagrantino grapes. And of course, with all this new growth, the insects are hip to it, so we've got to get on ant patrol and keep the ants at bay, because if we don't, the ants will farm mealybugs on the vines, and they can transmit viruses to the plants that could eventually harm them. So what I like to use, since I don't like to use pesticides, is a special ant bait. It's totally organic, and hopefully the ants will come, get it, take it back to the queen, and she'll croak.
So I use this ant bait, which is something that I get at Grand Jetto's here locally. And what it does is it attracts the ants to this little feeder. So we pour this ant bait inside this little thing, fill it up about halfway with bait. The rest of it we'll fill with water, and then we put it on top of this little top right here. So once I've got it filled up with water and bait, you just spin this little thing on here like this, back it off slightly, and turn it upside down and stick it out on the vineyard. So I've got a number of these bait stations, and I put them out throughout the vineyard in areas where there's ant activity. Attention all ants, dinner is served. We also just got finished picking some avocados today. They're looking pretty nice. And
Anyway, coming up in the month of June, on June 8th, we will be pouring wine at the Encinitas Rotary Wine and Food Festival at the Encinitas Ranch Golf Course. If you want to check out a really fun event, go online and pick up tickets, and maybe we'll see you there. Also, if you're interested in any of our award-winning wines, go to www.effenbergervineyards.com and check out our wine store. Well, that does it for May. Thanks for checking out this edition of What's Happening at Effenberger Vineyards, where we make effing good wine. See you next time.